I don't know how I got here, but this is Giza, and the Great Pyramid is still being built. From far away, it looks like stone. Up close, it is a living machine made of people, rhythm, and dust. I always imagined the pyramid as silent, but right now it is one of the loudest places I have ever stood. The pyramid is not alone out here. A whole support world has grown beside it. Before stone moves, bread moves. This construction begins in the ovens. In this heat, water is not background detail. Water is the difference between work and collapse. That block is not moving by mystery. It moves because dozens of hands agree on the same pull. Every step has to match. If the rhythm breaks, the stone wins. They are not just using strength, they are using the ground itself. This ramp may look rough, but it is an engineering answer to an impossible question. How do you lift a mountain piece by piece? Before a block is placed, the line must be trusted. Even without signs, I can read. The organization is everywhere. The pyramid begins here, not at the pyramid, but inside the earth itself. Each block is a negotiation between human patience and stone resistance. The pyramid is not built from perfect stones. It is built from stones made useful by labor.
We think of this as primitive, but the engineering required is astonishing. True mastery of the physical world.
The river is not separate from the pyramid. The Nile is part of the construction system. Some stones travel by muscle. Some travel by river. Giza is connected by both. Watching these boats, I understand something. The pyramid is also a river project. Nothing here feels random. Every basket, rope, and boat has a place in the larger rhythm. Going up changes everything. Now strength must fight gravity too. This is the kind of movement modern eyes almost miss because it is slow. But slow is how giants are built. Rest is not weakness here. Rest is part of the engineering. The pyramid speaks through signals. A raised arm, a shout, a rope pulled tight. The final distance is the hardest. A stone can travel far and still fail in the last handspan. That tiny gap is where precision lives. One block placed. Thousands more waiting. That is the scale of this dream. The sun is not scenery here. It is one of the hardest forces on the work site. Lunch is not a break from construction. It is what makes the afternoon possible. The work is monumental, but the fuel is ordinary. Bread, drink, water, and routine. This is not just a work camp. People live around this project, not only under it. Even here, beneath the largest project on Earth, children turn stone into play. What I am seeing does not look like a chain gang. It looks like organized labor, skill, food systems, and pride. There is exhaustion here, but there is also pride. That changes how this place feels. No cranes, no steel machines. But do not mistake simplicity for ignorance. A straight line in dust can guide stone that will stand for thousands of years. From below, the pyramid does not feel like a building. It feels like a horizon made by human hands. Some stones are rough muscle. Others are the skin of the monument. Not every block is treated the same. The outer face demands another level of care. The pyramid is not only size, it is light, angle, and the way the desert sees it. The desert keeps reminding everyone that this place belongs to nature first. A project this large depends as much on maintenance as on strength. Rope is invisible in the finished pyramid, but without it, almost nothing here moves. Some work is not heroic from a distance, but the pyramid needs every basket. The impressive part is not that mistakes never happen. It is that they are caught before they become permanent. I can follow the rhythm for 10 seconds, and already my arms understand what my mind could not. I am covered in stone dust, and somehow that feels like a privilege. From here, the miracle is not one stone. It is the coordination of everything. At this hour, the whole site turns gold, as if the desert is rewarding the day's labor. The last pull of the day feels heavier, because everyone can see rest waiting. When the tools go quiet, you finally hear how loud the day was. Water ends the workday the same way it began it. The monument fades into the background, and daily life returns to the foreground. This is the part the postcard never shows. The people who go home tired after building eternity. After a day of moving stone, they still have enough spirit left to sing. The king's name may own the monument, but thousands of unnamed lives are inside its shadow. At night, the pyramid becomes a dark triangle under impossible stars. Even when most people sleep, the site is never completely still. Imagine sleeping every night beside something the future will call impossible. The day begins before the sun. The pyramid is already waiting. The first flames of morning are not ceremonial. They are breakfast. No trumpet announces the day. The work simply begins again. The first block of morning carries yesterday's exhaustion and today's purpose. From the bottom, the ramp looks difficult. From inside the line, it feels endless. A lever turns human strength into decision. One small movement changes a massive block. They do not need visible formulas to understand precision. Their geometry is built into practice. Every day, the shape becomes clearer. Every block makes the idea harder to deny. For a second, he looks at it the way we do, from the future, with awe. The future will invent shortcuts, curses, and impossible myths. But the truth here is more impressive. Organization, labor, and time. No aliens. No magic. Just people solving one hard problem after another. The pyramid is made of stone, but the real monument is coordination. For one moment, I stop listening to the noise and feel the size of what they are doing. This place is not only construction, it is religion, kingship, afterlife, and power made visible. They are not building for a season. They are building against time itself. This edge turns sunlight into architecture. To understand the Old Kingdom, you must first understand the sheer scale of their ambition. This entire landscape is... Even inside a project, this huge, small, personal things survive. Most of these names will not reach us, but their work will. Leaving feels wrong, because the work keeps going without me. From here, it looks impossible again. But now I know it is not impossible. It is human. After all this time, all the journeys across the centuries, it's here, at the beginning, that I finally feel truly present. Seeing the pyramid while it is being built makes the future feel less like mystery and more like memory. I came here to witness a wonder, I am leaving with respect for every unseen hand that made wonder possible. The Great Pyramid did not rise from a secret. It rose from a civilization that knew how to organize stone, water, food, time, and people.